Previously on Let's Play Steins Gate 0.
So what about my pay? I've actually already used all the money Maho-tan gave me to reserve this month's H games. You're terrible. That's what I do this job for.
Now, back to everyone being sad.
Hello, everybody. Pokey here with another episode of Steins Gate 0. This time we'll be continuing down another path to a different ending. I'm still not going to tell you what the ending is, and so far hasn't really given any hint of what it is. Obviously, I just made the choice. But now this is happening, and I can't get over the fact that every time, oh geez, I didn't forget her name again, did I? That's how I ended the last episode with me. It's Kagari. Kagari's her name. Every time we meet Kagari, we had to point out that she looks like a woman, even under that suit, because of her, they used the word voluptuous, I think. If they didn't, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did. But now this is happening and we're getting kidnapped, I think. And Maho's face looks really weird. But I won't harp on it too much, you know? This game has been pretty beautiful for the most part. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. One of them, the girl holding down Maho, was clearly a woman. There was only one woman I knew who'd attack us while dressed like that. Oh, he's gonna think it's Moeka. What do I do for Kagari's voice? Don't yell. That's I'm wondering, because I gave, oh, wait, okay, so that woman that's grabbing Maho is not Kagari, it's this one. That kind of explains why it looks so weird, because it was just a zoomed in version of and it explains what that weird shape was. I didn't make any comment about it, but that was just someone else's helmet. So should I just give Kagari the same, like, child voice I gave her before? Or should I be like, don't yell, do what we do? No. Don't yell, do what we tell you. I don't freaking know. I'll make it up as I go along. I was right. I knew that voice. Wait, so is it Moeka? Now I'm just getting really confused. I guess it is. I could tell even with her helmet hiding her face. I guess I'll go with Moeka. Otherwise, she's dead. Oh shoot. No, that's Moeka. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. She held Maho with her left arm and took out a military knife with her right. She put the knife up to Maho's throat. Huh? Don't do it. The horrible memories came flooding back to me. Whether it had happened in a different world line or not, the merciless voice that had taken Mayuri from me was right here. Yep. Mayuri Shina is not needed. I gritted my teeth so hard it hurt and glared at the woman in the motorcycle suit. I'll give you what you want, so don't do it. I forced myself to speak, and the woman in the motorcycle suit took the knife away from Maho's neck. She handed her over to one of the other men. And then she took off her helmet. It is Moeka, isn't it? Yeah. I was gonna say she looks nice, but you know what? She does look nice, even though she's trying to kill us. You're Moeka Kiryu. So it was you after all. Where is it? Her eyes were completely devoid of emotion, just like they were on August 13th. I was forced off the ground by one of the others. but my arm was still twisted upwards. I tried as hard as I could not to scream from the pain. First, let go of my hand. I can't even talk like this. You don't need your hands to talk, idiot. Moeka slightly nodded to the other men. The hand that was holding me drew back. I could finally move again. Daru was released too, and he stood up, mumbling something. But Maho is still in their hands. I'll trade it for Dr. Hyajo. Daru, give me your backpack. Oh, alright. Daru was about to take off his backpack. Don't do it! Don't give it to her! Hyajo, stay quiet. She will kill you. It's not just a threat. But would Kurisu be happy if you died over her paper? Maho looked like a small child on the verge of tears. Still glaring at Moeka, I took the laptop and hard drive out of the backpack. This is it. Hand me the backpack too. Let Hyajo go first. She didn't respond. Fine then. I'd have to bluff. If you want the password to decrypt it, don't think about cheating us. I put the 2 items back in the backpack and handed it over to her. It was all I could do to keep my voice from quaking. Nobody can boot this thing up without the right password. Hackers all over the world have tried and failed. I'll tell you once our safety is guaranteed. I don't want to get killed the moment we hand it over. Of course, I had no clue what the password was. If they found that out, we were doomed. Daru was giving me a questioning glance. I ignored it. Keep your damn mouth shut, Daru. You're right. Alright, she fell for it. That meant... Then one of you is coming with me. We'll let 2 of you go immediately. If the password is correct, we'll let the other one go as well. Damn, that's not good enough. No, we can't be sure the one who stays will be safe. Then all 3 of you will come with us. This woman! I could feel cold sweat on my back. I'd never been involved in a life or death deal before, and I had no idea what to do next. Itaru Ishida, come this way. What? Me? We're told you're a specialist. Bring the backpack over here. No, If you come, we'll leave the other 2 here. Wait, then I'll go. That's fine, right? My superiors told me nothing about you. Oh. Well, I guess that's kind of nice. I guess it means that SERN is ignoring us. I can't even say if you really know the password. Damn, she saw through me. Moeka put the knife back to Maho's neck. Eee! That's me right now. That's me. Itaru Ishida, come quickly. I'd rather hear that line said in a more erotic situation. Daru was joking, but his whole body was shaking. What do I do? They were going to kill Daru. I thought as fast and as hard as I could, but nothing came to me. In this world line, Daru was going to live until 2036 and complete the time machine. That much was clear from Suzua's testimony. If the world lines were going to converge, even if Moeka took Daru here, he wouldn't be killed, right? No, but that didn't mean I could leave him here. One of the men with Moeka was looking at his watch. She noticed it too. They might have felt they were taking too much time with a kidnapping done in broad daylight. I hoped that somebody might wander by, but there was no counting on that stroke of luck. I needed to solve this myself instead of relying on others. Do I need to kill someone first? I felt a cold knife pressed hard against my carotid artery. Ocarine. No! Daru and Maho were screaming, but suddenly it all seemed unreal, like it was taking place in a distant world. They say that's what happens whenever someone is confronted with their own death, and it was happening to me now. I can't die either way, right? I tried asking myself that. I tried asking Suzuha, even though she wasn't here. I tried asking the world. Of course, nobody answered. The fact that I might not die didn't mean I could do something stupid here. A normal college kid like me would be too scared to move once they had a knife to their neck. I'd seen people die many times, and I'd almost been killed, but I never did get used to it. Thoughts of Kurisu's blood came back into my mind, and I almost suffered a flashback. My body shook, and it was all I could do to keep from collapsing to the ground. Was there nothing else I could do? Oh, just when I was about to give up, a black van pulled up and braked hard at one end of the alley, blocking us in. Oh, you know what? I'm wondering, is SERN an enemy of... Okay, I found it. Stratfor. This is the organization that Dr. Leskinen works for, I believe. Yeah. Strategic focus. I'm wondering if Stratfor and SERN... Actually, I'm betting they're enemies. So if I had to guess, like... I need to stop saying the word like. Dr. Leskinen is gonna appear. Probably. I just read this line and I heard about assault rifles. I'm like, I said like again. But I bet SERN and Stratfor have conflicting goals. That's just my instinct. The sliding door opened and out poured men carrying assault rifles. They were all wearing gray military uniforms and face masks. Their eyes were the eyes... You can see their eyes? Well, maybe you could through that gap. Their eyes were the eyes of trained soldiers. From their huge frames and the color of their skin, it was clear that they weren't Japanese. You can see the color of their skin. I immediately realized that this was all real. Unless this is more CERN. It wasn't cosplay or anything like that. Those guns were real, and a battle was about to begin. My experience with the August 13th attack and the war zone I'd lived in until only a few days ago came back to me. Everyone hide! It didn't matter who was friend or foe. Moeka moved the instant I spoke. She saw the attackers and jumped into the shadow of a nearby building. The other rounders spread out too. Okay, these are definitely Stratfor, strategic focus, whatever. They let go of Maho, who was standing up confused in the middle of the alley. Maho, get down! The man who was holding me was the only one who reacted a bit too slowly. There was a sharp noise and a bullet went through the helmet of the rounder who was holding a knife to my throat. As he went down, I went down with him, and I hit the ground hard. Gah! The impact made me let go of Dara's backpack. Oh no. Ugh! One of the other rounders grabbed it off the ground and ran in the opposite direction of the van. The man got out of the van, evidently the commander, and barked orders in what sounded like Russian. One of the soldiers turned their gun on the fleeing rounder. One of them. Yeah! Says all the rounders together. Oh my goodness, that's pretty gross. Not gonna lie. The way that blood is shiny makes it look kind of, I don't want to say realistic, but realistically gross. Her body flew up off the ground as both she and the backpack were torn open. The contents of the backpack fell to the ground, scattering across the asphalt. The laptop... I just realized... Well, maybe this is the best time to just sit and talk. The laptop and hard drive were hit with more gunfire than possibly could have been necessary. Okay, gunfire stop. I was gonna say, of course, CERN and, well, because at the time we didn't know. If Kagari is a member of CERN, she went and died killing everybody in Stratfor and freeing freeing Rintaro. So it makes sense that they're enemies. Kurisu's laptop and hard disk were turned to unrecognizable scrap in just a few seconds. Oh, that's good. I crawled behind a light pole without even bothering to look. It really all happened in an instant. I looked around and the Russian soldiers were running toward us. Moeka and her rounders had vanished at some point, leaving only the two bodies. The soldiers silently recovered the remains of the laptop and hard disk, picked up the bodies of the two rounders and got right back in their van. They didn't even pause to look at us. There were only a couple of minutes between the time when they arrived and when they left. All that were left were little fragments lying on the ground. The blood from two bodies. Maho, who was lying on the ground and shaking. Daru, who was standing in shock behind one of the buildings. And me, lying on the ground. My heart had been pounding the whole time. I only felt the pain in my neck after it was all over. Evidently, the knife had cut me a little when it had fallen. A while later, we finally heard the sirens of a police car. And it was only then I remembered that I was in Akihabara, Japan. The Third World War may have started long ago and we just didn't know it. I realized that in the face of a war between nations, we truly were powerless. Akihabara was in an uproar. There were lots of helicopters in the sky that probably belonged to the media. We escaped to the lab, making sure that no one was following us. It hadn't been that long since we were attacked at the hotel. If the cops found us at the scene of another crime like that, they'd be suspicious for sure. So we ran before the police arrived. Suzuha wasn't at the lab. Maybe she'd sensed what was going on outside and went to check on the time machine. We held our breath and waited. It felt like if we let anyone know we were here, more scary people would burst down the door and charge in. Ishida, do you have any towels in here? Yeah, in the washroom. Is that plushie on the couch different? I feel like it is, but I'm not confident. Maho nodded and brought a new towel from the washroom. She handed it to me. Okabe, your neck's bleeding. Put this on it. Huh? Oh, thanks. My neck was wet with blood. Fortunately, it wasn't a deep wound, so it wasn't long before it stopped. Oh, sad music. After handing me the towel, Maho sat down right on the floor and didn't move. I knew how she felt, especially since this was the second time she'd been attacked. And this time, people had died right in front of her. You okay, Hiaja? Yeah. She nodded hesitantly, but her face was deathly pale. And I realized that she'd been clutching her left hand into a fist this whole time. There was blood coming out of it. Did you get hurt? Show me. Huh? Oh. Evidently she hadn't noticed she'd been hurt. She was looking at her left hand, confused. Huh? What's wrong? My fingers won't move. That's strange. Mao had been holding some small fragment in her left hand. Is it? It's not the drive, is it? Her hand had frozen around it and wouldn't move. Soon it started to shake. I grabbed her hand and forced open her fingers one by one. Whatever it was, she'd been clutching it so tightly that she cut off the blood flow to her fingers. They were very cold. When I finally forced her hand open, the thing she was holding fell to the floor. What was it? I picked it up. Just a fragment. Oh. It was a red piece of magnesium alloy. It was a piece of Kurisu's laptop. She must have grabbed it off the ground when she was running away. She held something so sharp tightly for so long, of course she was going to bleed. I returned it to Maho without a word. She took the broken fragment and cradled it in her hands and stared at it with an empty expression. Suddenly, a single line of tears dripped down her cheek. How do I sob? After that, they didn't stop. She continued to sob. Kurisu, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't protect... This is becoming Myri. I couldn't protect you. I'm so sorry. It was as if that tiny fragment was Kurisu herself. She held it to her chest and kept crying. Hiaja. I'm sure Kurisu feels relieved. Huh? She's glad you're safe. So you don't need to apologize. There's nothing to apologize about. She didn't respond. Instead, a phone started to vibrate. Is that... Yeah! Is that me? It's not me. Must be someone else. A phone started to vibrate. Oh, it's mine. Mo took out her cell phone and looked at the message she received. It's from Dr. Leskinen. What's wrong? Okay, we're gonna find out about what happened. He says the office and hotels were ransacked. His and mine. They're a mess, he says. I see. Whether it was the Rounders, the Russians, or whoever had first surrounded the cosplay shop, they must have been after Kurisu's laptop and hard drive. There's no backup of that computer's data, right? That's right. Then this is for the best. What Kurisu left behind won't be used as a tool to kill billions of people. In the end, I got what I wanted. The data was destroyed before anyone got their hands on it. There was so little left that I was sure there would be no way to restore it. Wait, why'd the Russians destroy that computer? Didn't they want to get their hands on it? Russia's in the lead in the race for the time machine right now. From their perspective, it'd be great if they could get the laptop, but they'd probably rather destroy it than let someone else get their hands on it, right? They probably wanted to avoid a protracted gunfight with the Rounders in broad daylight in Japan. The cold way they made their decisions made me shiver. They really were professional soldiers. An amateur couldn't do that. So what do we do now? I'd rather not stay here if I can avoid it. Russia might not know about this place, but Moeka might. If the Rounders were on the move, then Tennoji downstairs might be involved too. I forgot about that guy. We'll move at sunset. Oh, it would have been great if Suzuha had come back, but I couldn't get in touch with her. That's, ominous. Hi, Maho. How you doing? I'm wondering whether I should end the episode here. Yeah, I think I will. Sorry, but I feel like a lot's happened, and yet not a lot has happened. I don't know. I'm excited to see where this goes, but that's really all I have time for this time. So, I've been Pokey. This has been Steins Gate Zero, and I'll see you next time. Bye!